Do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Wah 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 wah. Still says testing, does it? I'm gonna have to change that. Just a moment. Be right back. And here we go. Good evening. It is evening, right? Yes. Good evening. It is Thursday, March the 29th. So, today we begin a new chapter of a new game, and that will be Doki Literature Club. Now, I was asked by several people to actually play this game, which I can play, and I will do, and it's fine. And I heard it's a mind trip, so we're going to see how that goes. We're going to see how this entire game goes. No idea going into it, because that's just me. And we're going to see exactly how well I can do with this. A little bit of housekeeping otherwise. We are also going to be playing tonight either Sea of Thieves or Dead by Daylight. One of the two. I'm trying to figure out which one I would like. We're going to see how the general consensus goes. I know how the screen looks right now. I know. Anyways, also, Subscriber Monday is coming up. That is this coming Monday, where you can win a copy of the game. Oh my god. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I believe that's the full name of it. I never can get the full name of it. However, I will be giving that away to my Twitch subscribers. So that is this Monday coming up between 9 p.m. Eastern Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Otherwise, I think that should be it. We're going to play this game. We're going to get weirded out. That's what we're going to do. We're going to see how it is now. We're going to Alright. So, let's see here. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. Dude, that's like half the people in this world. Really? Come on now. For content warnings, please visit DLC warning. Yeah. I will agree. What am I agreeing to? By playing Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I mean, half the things I say are highly disturbing content, and I don't even remember being 13. That was ages back. So, you know, we'll agree right now to that. And we'll it's a little cheery. Those who are easily disturbed. How can a game like this be disturbing? Look at it! I don't get that. Alright, but we're gonna find out, I guess. God. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Let's do it the new game. Alright. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Sean, this sounds like you! That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Alright. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to watch the school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. I don't see her yet, but if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost felt better off running away. That's kind of mean. However, I just sign idle in front of a crosswalk, and I let Sayori catch up to me. Am I a guy or a girl here? I have a feeling I'm a girl. Is that it? Oh, good God! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. I wish you didn't. Maybe. But only because I decided to stop. Oh, that's me saying that. I got you. So there I am. I got you. That's me saying that. Hey, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. No, never. That's mean, RebelLaw. Well, people stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Why am I an asshole? Fine. Why do I have to be an asshole? But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Oh, I do say. Alright, I can't do giggles. I don't do giggling. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Okay, so this is all pink. I'm still wondering if I'm a female or a male, but I'm pretty sure I'm a female. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, RebelLaw, have you decided on a club to join in? Club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. There we go. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. This is Sean! Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. That doesn't sound like me at all. I was talking about how worried I am you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college. Can I hire somebody to play, you know, the lines of the girls here? Like, I need somebody to play out the girls for me. I don't know. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Yeah. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises. But at least promise you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent. Alright, let me turn up my mic. Hold on. Now you're gonna be sorry. Now you're gonna be sorry. How's that? Can you hear me now? Is this better? What's that supposed to mean? How I'm holding up in an hour or two? I don't know. What? Freak out? I don't freak out. Rebel does not freak out. I have never freaked out in my life. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Alright, yeah. Okay, wait. Can somebody tell me if I'm a guy or a girl here? Just so I know. So I get in the right mindset here. Or am I not supposed to know? I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. This is Sean. I've met Sean already! Sean, you're in the game, buddy! School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Oh god, she's back. She's back! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Oh god, I don't want to be worse than Sean's doppelganger girl. You don't need to wait for me if that's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Oh, it's you. Okay, so I am a guy. Oh, okay. I don't know. Right now, it's Sean. For now. Now, what? Well, that you can come to my club. Oh boy, let's go to your club. Let me guess, it's the literature club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. This is a conversation I would have with Sean. Well, okay, look, at the moment, this is a Shonk's conversation. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Thank you very much for the host, Daphne Blake Games. Thank you very much. Don't you start booing, Shonks. Don't you start booing. I will do this, sir. I will do this. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. She was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the title vice president. Okay, I read that wrong, but that's okay. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Oh, that is not me. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Oh, you lied. I see. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh god. Don't you bribe me with cupcakes. You know me well. Oh god, I can't do a giggle. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! Oh god. Alright. Alright, toy. Okay. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Yeah, that sounds about right, though. I mean, that's how it really tastes for me. Cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom. I am going. For now. Everyone, the new member is here. God. Look, I just said I was staying for a cupcake. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Girl 1. Alright. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? What the hell? Okay, well now I know for sure, but I see. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, boys don't read. RebelLaw, what a nice surprise. It's all wonderful. Welcome to the club. This could get really bad really quickly. All words escape me in this situation. Yeah, that's about right. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? Nothing. Don't worry about that. You don't worry about what I'm looking at. If you want to say something, say it. Oh, dear God. Sorry. Natsuki. Girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Okay, so they're probably going to be shitty cupcakes. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. I will ignore her when she... Sayori says that quietly in my ear and turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. I thought she was the one always full of energy. Okay, sure. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both of you. Look, I'm gonna edit some of this text. And it sounds like you already know... Oh, God. Sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Let me guess who your favorite was. This Daphne Blake Games. That's right! you want to voice her? Do you want to voice her? Is that what you want to do already? Great to see you again, RebelLaw. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. That also sounds about right. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little creepy. You too, Monica. Come sit down, RebelLaw. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I already figure what yours would be. I'll get the cupcakes. Yeah, get those damn cupcakes in a hurry, because this is like an awkward 4 girls, 1 guy thing. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Oh, harem stuff. Yeah, this is... Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's 1 space next to Monica and 1 next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. I can take a neat seat. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? It's a cupcake. Ta-da! Uh-oh. Okay. What? Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Of course you did. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, I can't do woman voices. I'm sorry, I just can't. Just hurry and take one. Terry grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Terry talks with her mouth full. This is Sean! What are you talking about? Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle, and take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Oh, what? You want confirmation from me that it's good? I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waiting for me to take a bite? Oh god. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she's made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this before. Made them for you or anything. Say what now? What the hell is going on here? Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. Carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. A whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. No, I don't know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature, John. You have to work hard to convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we could all really grow this club before we graduate. Okay, I did read it right. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Did I say agrees? Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. It's books, right? We're talking books here. Books? I'm gonna say books. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. But I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, RebelLaw, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Mitsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not that much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately try to grasp something I could relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think it takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even if for a brief moment. Gotta hint just something. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Mitsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Mitsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left that piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori settles up behind Mitsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Mitsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Mitsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Mitsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes a lot more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Mitsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Mitsuki and Yuri look quizzically over at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, RebelLaw? Yes. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made that decision. Any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. No! Not the dejected eye looks. But, no, God. No, don't. I'm sorry, I thought, RebelLaw. Oh. That's just evil. Y'all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcake, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. RebelLaw, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh no, you don't. Not me. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, RebelLaw, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and mark our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I'll just need to make make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh god. Oh god, no. Yo. I don't wanna write a poem. Son of a bitch. Look. Why does this sound all familiar? Alright. Let me guess who that is gonna... Oh, okay. These are things I would actually choose. Entropy. Or sorry, captive. Spies. No, shiny. Misfortune sounds. Melancholy. Portrait. I am not getting her at all, am I? Grab her piece horror games. Well, in my case, it would definitely be one of the two. Let me go. Oh, goodness. Apparently, I'm doing well on that, so I don't know. Why is this? Yeah, look, there's a... Yeah, I'm not even trying to do this, I'm just... Apparently. An interesting set of words that they give you. Doki Doki! I am RebelLaw. Hi, Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Uh-huh. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is hanging out already. Thanks for keeping your promise, RebelLaw. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. They already told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Suki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. And Suki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Mitsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. RebelLaw always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Say what now? How come? You and RebelLaw can be good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Gary even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind! Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, it won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss the book. Discuss it if you want it. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Gary, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yes! Really? I was told by several people I should play this. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activity. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Look! I needed to play this. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. How you doing, Spoderman? I have no idea about this game. No, Spoder, I have no idea. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But I'm gonna have the driest throat. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Now what? Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. No. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably would have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Of course you did! I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Sean? What are you doing? Spider-Man doesn't give away anything. I know who he is, but anyways. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. Like, Spider-Man's a regular, man. What didn't like your joke? Oh, the bot. Sorry. Once it starts to pick up, you may have a hard time putting it down. Very engaging and relatable story. Oh, is it? Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Book is titled Portrait of Marco. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Sean, did you drop a timeout that you shouldn't have? There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, RebelLaw? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these little kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because somebody wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. You got dark, lady. I'm rambling again, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in her or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. The literature club. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? Seemed a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. Not that I won't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work right. I slide my desk until it's against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the pages. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Dear God, man. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. I'll see you, buddy. I was gonna say Vile, and then B, and then it became Baggy. TV. I'll be around. I'm always around. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I could see into your head or anything. They're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But RebelLaw, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Hold on, I need a drink. Just a sec. Okay. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from a book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Of course. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have to be too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Thanks, Teach. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Mitsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags, and I do the same myself. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, sorry. I knew you weren't gonna say anything. Sean's a little... He really doesn't want any spoilers. Too many people came in with spoilers. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna do something terrible here. Hold on. Where is it? A 4-sided die. Yeah, that's right. I'm that guy. Hold on. Where is it? Alright. 4-sided die. Tell me what I'm doing. Okay. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. What? Look. Okay, this is how I do things. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes light. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ended up being her again anyways, you know. She's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You use your imagery and metaphors. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. You know what? Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Harry stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new readers. New writers, sorry. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Itsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. You shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or to Nitsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate between the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlights have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Oh, pipe down. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, RebelLaw. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, RebelLaw. Oh my god, I can't talk. Me too. Alright. No more, I promise, no more rolling. I will choose on my own. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. This is so good, RebelLaw. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't just like it because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a RebelLaw poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Give me that back! You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really just happy that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, RebelLaw. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thinking. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleep feet. Really? Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's actually a lot more dark at the end than... This line here is pretty dark. Alright. Yeah, I know. Sayori. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit? Can't answer just a little bit to your yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school, it's bound to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright. Huh? RebelLaw, if you're not gonna take this clip seriously, then go home. Really? What? Harsh. Well, you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Yeah, I want food right now. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about them. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. RebelLaw. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the clubs, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Okay. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, RebelLaw. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I have Monica in my poem. Great job, RebelLaw. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Apparently. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes to use simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find that kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Hole in wall, sorry. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, looking in. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you can say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. I was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing ability. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Itsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Itsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Itsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And RebelLaw did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Great hiccups. Hold on. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And RebelLaw liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh god. Don't bring me into this. What? Why you gotta bring me into this? Itsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Oh, God. Maybe you're just jealous that RebelLaw appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh, this is getting awkward. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as RebelLaw started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards... Oh, God. Turn towards me as if they noticed I was just standing there. RebelLaw! She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She can get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. And this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Oh God. Don't make me do a decision. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure them out. Help me explain that to her, RebelLaw. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, RebelLaw? Oh God. Well? How'd I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. But I don't know. Well, when it comes to writing, sadly, it seems I'm agreeing with her a lot, so I'm just gonna agree with her. And I know she's gonna be pissed at me. I should just keep bringing Sayori into this. But it's okay. I make my own decisions. Itsuki. Oh God. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. You wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined somebody's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki feels threatened when you said the poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Itsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Itsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Itsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Hold on 1 second. My throat is getting really dry. Alright. She crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Itsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How can anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, RebelLaw, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club. Yeah. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said? Oh God. Are we talking about your boobs? You know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Is my guy really that clueless? Yeah. Okay, everyone. Just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. RebelLaw, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. There's a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Of course we will. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Oh boy. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do at least a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. RebelLaw, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Sayori beams at me. It surely has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, RebelLaw, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... Does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat her on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. So. That's the same bloody ones as before. That's the same beginning. I remember because I actually... It's alright. Oh, I already figured that out, right? Yeah, it's alright, that's fine. However, before I continue on, I need 2 minutes because I need another drink because talking so much is killing my throat. So, give me 2 minutes or so I can get a drink and not be so dry. Be right back. It is not cotton mouth, it is just a dry mouth. So, we're back. We're gonna keep going. Needed to satiate my thirst. Okay. Climax. I gotta take climax. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. She looks so angry. She looks so angry. Oh my God. Okay. Incongruent. Wrath. Okay. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. And for a drink. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, RebelLaw. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that? All of a sudden. No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill out onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, Sean. And so that only leaves one option. Oh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. Feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell RebelLaw to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is only fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you can think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to this club before she even told me. But you would have come. You wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... Huh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Yeah, look, I'm hungry. Gee, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears into the wrapper and takes a big bite. See, so far, I can see Sean doing all these things. I can see him hugging a cookie that he just got. I really can. So good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Could I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Why am I not shocked? Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Hey? Monica chose a club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. A boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! It sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, RebelLaw. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. Looks like everyone is already settled down. Oh, wait. My turn. What did I do? Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. Okay. Just to let you all know, a cookie, no matter how big, would take me probably a total of about 20 seconds. Just saying, you know. Yeah, I guess she did. Oh, here we go again. Hey, Yuri. Hey? I suddenly noticed that she's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was just kind of waiting for you. Ah, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and let's get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as he retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movement. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerism. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Huh? We're just... Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve RebelLaw in club activities? Eh? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's Nothing wrong with that. What is it with these spats? Then let's go, RebelLaw. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. RebelLaw. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. RebelLaw. I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. RebelLaw, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get to the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyways. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, RebelLaw. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I could keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. RebelLaw, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Nothing to do with this. They're not referring in any way to this whatsoever. No. Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes. I've terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Here, teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. No, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she doesn't confirm what just happened. RebelLaw, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. No, that's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then... You don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. But I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it into her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! What's going on? Nothing's happening. Nothing going on here. Nothing at all. Yuri jolts back. Time to share the poems. buzzkill. RebelLaw, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. Ain't that the story of my life? The moments. I'll take care of the cups. She'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. Absolutely. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. That's okay. Story of my life. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go in the same order because I'm boring like that. So, yeah. Hold on. A moment. Sorry, something just came up. Really? Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we're gonna start with Yuri again. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression. Do you like it? RebelLaw. This one might be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick this up so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Ah, she got imagery, alright. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. Fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer the patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah. I do. If it's with you. Okay. Oh boy. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of what's that, skittering? Scuttering, yeah. Of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shouts to me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread and feed myself again. Pavlovian is what I meant to say. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. A lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. A bit closer to my preferred writing style. That's a little darker, actually. You see the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I usually force to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people will make fun of me. I think she's part of the lifestyle. I think she's got a dungeon at home. Wait, these are teens. Wait a second. She might not have a dungeon at home. Don't you have anything like that, RebelLaw? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. You, Sean? See what I'm talking about? Sean knows what I'm talking about! I might be ranting a little now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening, putting chocolate into your mouth. There really aren't many people like you, RebelLaw. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. In just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Who did I go with next? Let's go with the angry one, actually. Let's go with the angry one. She's probably not going to like this either. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep-sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Itsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Itsuki shoves the poem I handed back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Oh, she's not even showing me hers. Ooh, I like this one, RebelLaw. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Still, though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. But I'll just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, RebelLaw. Never, ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. I always piss off the angry ones. It's kind of in my nature. What can I say? This is exactly how it goes with me and women. Me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Yeah? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try and keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? Crazy. That's the word you're looking for. Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, RebelLaw. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? All done. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Whoop. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like bundles of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put in the bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes bottles to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they just want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I do is hear echo, 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 echo inside my head. Nothing about breakfast? No breakfast? Okay. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from me. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard, aren't you, about it? The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before quickly dropping out of it. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show? Hi again, RebelLaw. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote with for today? Sure, here you go. I'll give my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a Ah, I was reading that! Oh, there we go. What? Oh, okay. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. that's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I'd never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how your space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't really the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. I just made it save. See? Smart rebel. Smart rebel. I just have to see something. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. By the way, I'm going to end it when this day is done, only because I just realized what time it is, and tomorrow being Good Friday, I need to get... Well, I'll explain it after. Let's keep going. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but this doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it all on the posters in case anybody wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring... Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. Not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club, in this club anyways. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Mitsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Mitsuki doesn't have any arguments. Okay, fine. Guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. That's Mitsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everybody else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica? This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. She flips through her notebook with the specific poem she has in mind. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. She begins reciting her poem. A clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply an emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the I can't speak. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you so very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Hold on. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances up at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Give me a second. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns on its structure, and she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she just bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and will give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops over out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Huh. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out to the best. It'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on a paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Yatta! Good job, Sayori. Even RebelLaw liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fills you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Doki? Don't make me go before RebelLaw. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. I guess I'm next. Okay, yeah. I have 20 minutes before the store I need closes. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end it for now. And when I come back, I'm going to be playing a different game. I'm either going to be playing Dead by Daylight or Sea of Thieves, one of the two. I'm still trying to figure out which one. Could be Sea of Thieves, but I'm not too sure 100% yet. So, I will be back to this tomorrow. Tomorrow we will begin this probably around, let's say, seeing tomorrow's Easter, we're going to probably say, oh, there's also something happening. We're going to say in the later evening, probably around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I will be on and I will be able to continue because tomorrow there is a family dinner going on, so 9 or 10 tomorrow. I'll also post that on my thing. Let's say for safety's sake, 9:30, 10-ish. Let's say for safety's sake, 10 o'clock. I will pick this up and finish this tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. So I will be playing some Sea of Thieves when I return, more than likely, and that should be within about 20 minutes, half an hour. But I do have to run for now. I will return, and I will speak to you all